so for this mystery crochet along, what I've been doing on my squares is I've just kind of taken an average of what the majority of my squares for my chain, how many I chained across. And the majority of them seems to be somewhere around 42, 43. So I'm going to go with 43. And the majority of them have somewhere around 28 rows. So what I did is I'm going to put 3 half double crochets in each of the corners. And then going across the long edge, right across the bottom, I'm going to, or even the top, whichever way I've got it turned. I've been working 41 half double crochets across. So I have my corner, 41 half double crochets, and then my corner of 3 half double crochets. And then on the sides, I've been doing 28 half double crochets. And then I repeat that, 41 half double and 28 half doubles with 3 half doubles in each corner. And then when I do my second round, I've been putting my 3 half double crochets in the corner, 43 half double crochets across, 3 half double crochets in the corner, and 30 half double crochets down the side. And then I repeat that on the other 2 sides. And then I just fasten off and weave my yarn in. Well, I leave a long strand. I fasten it off, but I leave a long strand to attach the other square to it. When you get to the square that's on the end, you don't have to do that. You can just fasten it off and weave in that yarn. So, I just wanted to also let you know that on some of these squares, you may not have 41 stitches across, or you may have too many or too less. So what I've just been doing is I've been sometimes crocheting 2 spots together, or I've been adding 2 every so often across in the same stitch to make the 41 half double crochets. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. And this is just one of the squares I happened to grab. And then in the corner, just leave a long strand, grab your yarn, pull through, grab your yarn in the back, and pull through, and then chain 1. Okay, so let's make 3 half double crochets. There's 1, yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through all 3. That was 2, yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through all 3. Now there is your corner made. And if you'd like, you can put a stitch marker in that corner. Okay, so now you just, some of these, it's a little hard to find your stitch. But you just put a half double crochet all the way across and try your best to make the amount of stitches that you need. So just take an average of what the majority of your stitches across are. If you followed my tutorial and did how many stitches I did, then you can do 41. If you're like my sister Tanya and you're using a different weight yarn, different hook size, and you chose to chain your own amount, just take an average of what your majority of your stitches are across, of your chains are across. So I will meet you when you get to the end. Okay, so I just finished 41. And when I got to the end on mine, I had to crochet 2 stitches together. Kind of show you what that looks like if you're not familiar with that. Yarn over, insert your hook in the stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, insert your hook in the next stitch, yarn over, pull through, and you have the 4 loops on there, yarn over, pull through all 4. And that is crocheting 2 stitches together. So now we're in the corner, so yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through all 3. We're going to make 3 half double crochets in this corner. All right, so now you got 3 on each end and 41 across. Now we're going to try to get, we're going to get 28 half double crochets down the side here. And so just work your way down the side. Since it's the side of the cloth, there's really no defined stitches. So you just kind of find you some holes, insert your hook all the way down the side. All right, and I'll meet you when you get to the end. Okay, so I got 28. Now I'm on the corner again, and let's go ahead and do 3 half double crochets. 1, 2, and 3. Now I'm going to work 41 across, 3 half double crochets, 28 down, and I'll meet you when we get here to our starting point. Okay, so now you've got your first row of half double crochets, and you can remove your stitch marker. There we go. And then just insert your hook, because we're going to slip stitch into this. So grab your yarn, pull through, grab your yarn, pull through the loop that's on your hook. And then go ahead and slip stitch into the next stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through the loop. And chain 1. So for row 2, it's going to be a lot easier now that you've got your base row on. And you're going to make 3 half double crochets in this corner of where you did the chain 1, in the stitch where you did the chain 1. 3 half double crochets. That's 1, 2, and 3. And like I said, you can put your stitch marker if you like in the top of that first stitch. Okay, so now it's very simple. You just, in each stitch across, you just half double crochet till you get to the middle stitch of your corner where you made 3. So just count. I think I saw off camera, sorry. You just make 43 all the way across. And then when you get to your corner here, it'll be the middle stitches where you'll make your corner. Okay, so now I'm on my corner, and I'm going to make 3 half double crochets in the corner. 1, 2, 3. All right, so for the top row, you'll have 43 half double crochets, 3 half double crochets in the corners. And then you turn your work, and as you work down the side, you'll have 30 half double crochets and 3 half double crochets in the corner. You'll repeat that, 43 half double crochets, 3 half double crochet in the corner, 30 half double crochets, and then you'll slip stitch into the top here. All right, I'll meet you when you get around here. Okay, so now I've made it to the end. Remove the stitch marker, and go ahead and slip stitch into that same stitch where you removed your stitch marker, just like that, and slip stitch into the next stitch. Okay, now, if this was a square that was not the last square of the row, you would normally, what I do is I take the yarn and I do like this, and then back across, and then I will cut the yarn right here. But since I'm on the end, I am only going to cut a small amount, because I'm going to weave it in. Because if you remember, the square before this already has a long strand. And then I take my hook and I go ahead and pull it back through like that. Okay, and then we just weave this in, seeing that it's on the end. It's an end square. Okay, just go ahead and cut that. All right, so you have your border all the way around. And just do that on all your squares. Okay, so far, as you can see, there's my row 1. I have 6 squares, and this is row 2. And I've gotten 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 squares, and this is the one we just completed. And as you can see, it doesn't need a string on the a strand of yarn on the end, but I do have one that I did on this one, and so I will use this strand to connect this square. All right, and so how we're going to do that is we're going to turn this over on top of it like this, and then we're going to connect the ends like that, and we're going to we're going to slip stitch all the way across, and I will show you up close how we're going to do that. Okay, so I've already got my yarn needle with my yarn on it. All right, and so I just brought it in here like this, and if you want, you can put your corners together like this, and you can use some of these fabric clips like that, and then this is where you just connect the corner to the corner. And then just make sure that they're even. And I usually like to put a fabric clip right in the middle. And then I put one here. And then I go ahead and put one here. Just like that. All right, so let's go ahead and see how we work this. All right, so now go ahead and remove your first clip. And we're going to work, you see the 2 loops there, the little V, and then you have it over here as well. So just insert your hook through both of those loops and into the 2 loops that we started off right there, and just work all the way across. There's the 2, and then there's the 2. There's your 2, and then there's your 2. So it's that easy. So just keep working all the way across. You see that? There's your 2. And this 1, 2. I think I shook the camera. Let me see if I can bring this up a little more. There we go. All right, there's your 2 loops. And let's see, hold on. There it is. There's your 2. And there's your 2. And just keep doing that all the way to the end. All right, when you get to the end, go ahead and just weave the yarn in. And we're going to fasten it off. Okay, so now we're going to connect our rows. Okay, so now we've got 2 rows. And so what we need to do is connect the rows. So what I'm going to do is we're going to turn the first row over onto, the second row over onto the first row. And if you want to continue using your clips, you can do that. like this. You just kind of stretch it out like that and find your center. Let's go ahead and do that. I failed to bring a clip. And then you can continue doing that all the way across if you want, or you can just remove those and then move them down. And so we're going to do basically the same thing, except on this one we've got to get us a strand of yarn. All right. Go ahead and weave this in. There we go. All right, now you've got it turned the way you need it right here. Find your corners. And once again, we're going to do the same thing where we go through the 2 loops and we go through these 2 loops. You see that? 2 loops, 2 loops. And you just continue doing that all the way across. Go through those 2 and then the 2 on this side. 2 and then 2. Can you see that? And see, it's connecting. Okay, I'll meet you when you get to the end. Okay guys, so now I have 2 rows done. Let me slide this down some. There we go. So I've got 2 rows, and that's all you got to do. And you just keep doing your squares and adding the rows. And then we will come back and we will make the border. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.